Alright, good morning, Goldenrod City. Welcome to week number 8, the final week of NBBL Monotype. This week, Goldenrod City Galeforce is going to be taking on Coach Blakieee and the Squirtle Squad, I think their team name is. I am bad at remembering team names, if you can't tell already. Completely ignore the fact that I have not looked at the doc in a bit, and I am recording every single team builder since week 4 all in a row, because I actually have free time today. So, yeah, this is a very, very positive matchup, as you can see, outside of the Ogerpon-C, but maybe we can muscle our way past it. But we're taking on Mono Rock this week, and the way this week has shaken out, this game doesn't actually matter. I can't. So, for playoffs, my opponent is firmly out of playoffs, so he can't do anything there. And I am locked as the 3 seed in playoffs. And my playoffs opponent was, I think it was pretty much already set before this game. So after this game, we're going to be taking on Nova and the Bermuda Kecleons and their mono flying team. So yeah, but we're locked as the 3rd seed. Since this is a positive matchup for me, I can only gain like minimal differential or minimal points, quote unquote. And if I lose, then I don't lose enough to fall back a position in, or fall back a seed in playoffs. So this game literally means nothing. The only thing this game means something for is the MVP race, because Volcanion is in the thick of it, and if it gets 5 KOs or more in this game, I can snipe the kill leader. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm playing for. I'm just playing to stat pad Volcanion. So, looking at their team, Ogerpon-C stands out as the big threat here because, I mean, it's a grass type into a water type team. Tyranitar can probably come to set sand, giving the rest of their team a special defense boost. Minior, Shell Smash Sweeper, same thing with Dreadnought. Glamora is their Rapid Spin Pokemon alongside the Colossal, which I don't think will come. Glamora probably comes. Um, Probopass is a rock setter. Granted, everything on this team can go for rocks, so that's not very unique. But Probopass can probably be a rock setter on Weave with like Custap Explosion, and it's also their Terra Captain. Um, Diancie has speed control with Trick Room and also Rock Polish as well. So pretty cool stuff with the Diancie. Terrakion hits hard, Superior hits hard, and it's very tanky. And Lycanroc can abuse the sand that Tyranitar sets up. Granted, all their team can really abuse the sand that T-Tar sets up because they're all rock types and you all get the special defense buff. So, yeah. So, in seeing that we're playing Mono Rock, the first thing we're going to be doing is bringing a bug and a fire type to this game, because why not? So, pretty much the game plan to stat pad Volcanion is to set webs and then go to town. We have another Endeavor Endure Custat Berry set with Liquidation. This is just a pretty standard Araquanid set. I didn't put a lot of thought into this week. I just like, that looks cool. Let's do it. So, yeah, this is standard Araquanid set. I pretty much want to lock into on weight and either get webs up or blow something up with a liquidation. So, yeah. Next up, star of the show, Volcanion. We have Scarf with Steam Eruption, Earth Power, Scald, and Focus Blast. Hits everything on their team, neutrally super effectively. I didn't put a lot of thought into EVing this Pokemon. I just went Scarf with Modest and called it good. Next up, we have a physically defensive Ogerpon Wellspring. I ran a Fizdef Ogerpon Wellspring a couple times before in like Wheeze a couple years ago. Actually, no, maybe like a year ago. So, yeah. It seemed to work pretty well, and I feel like it has a nice niche here, being able to eat hits and then set up with SD, Horn Leech back the damage, Trailblaze to buff our speed, and Ivy Cudgel to hit everything else pretty hard. So that's the general plan with Ogerpon. It might be able to steal the show if Volcanion can't get going. Then we have Swampert with a counter set. Standard Fizdef set. I should have brought Rindoberry on this to kind of bait out a Power Whip from the Ogerpon Cornerstone. But EQ Flip Turn hits everything else. I have rocks to get some chip damage if I need it for the Volcanion. Next up, we have Quaquaval with Expert Belt. This is the E-Belt Quaquaval game. I I said I might have brought E-Belt in the Dark game, but this was the game I brought E-Belt to. So we have Spin, CC, Aqua Step, Roost. Roost is just kind of a filler move. Like I said, I didn't really care much what I brought because I felt the game was positive and I didn't really care what happened in it because it didn't mean anything to me. So yeah, Spin to remove their hazards because they have like rock setters out the wazoo, and CC Aqua Step hits everything hard, especially buffed on Expert Belt and Moxie. So finally, we have Toxapex with Black Sludge. Chilling Water is there to decrease attack on stuff like Tarak, Rapirior, Ogerpon, and the T-Tar and Wackenrock, and also the Dreadnought. Haze is there to remove any stat buffs like SD or Shell Smash. And yeah, this is just pretty much my Ogerpon stopgap. And yeah, that I think will do it for this team builder of NBL Monotype. NBBL Monotype. Can you tell I've done like uh 4 or 5 of these in a row? So yeah, I don't really have much else to say to fill dead air, so I'm just going to hop into the battle. Peace. All right, so here is the very belated NBBL week number 8 game, Mono Water versus Mono Rock, and so looking at their team, I have like pretty much no idea what the heck they were gonna bring. I just knew that Ogerpon-Cornerstone was inevitable. So yeah, the name of the game here for me, I just wanted to lead with the Araquanid to get some sticky webs up and then just try to, stat pad Volcanion as much as I could. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan I had, and yeah, we will hop into the game. So Lead Ogerpon-Cornerstone is like a very good option for them, but also rock types generally make pretty solid weeds. Just it's like a sash weed to get rocks up or something. So they do end up weeding Ogerpon-Cornerstone, which is just about as surprising as, well, the sun coming up in the sky. So yeah. So here I have some options. I figured that there was an off chance they would SD, but I couldn't really risk anything with this. So I think I just go hard into Toxapex to just, try to haze away a boost and just generally try to wall this thing. So I do go into Toxapex after a lot of debating, and I think they do just quick Sword Stance. Bear in mind, it has been like a month and a half at the very least since this game. So, yeah. My memory of things might be a bit foggy, but I'll try. I generally know how this game went. It was one of the ugliest games of Pokemon I have ever played. But, so they quick SD, so I'm pretty much forced to quick haze. I debate for a little bit longer on something to do, because one wrong move, and I just instantly lose the game. As a quick Ivy Cudgel. I actually don't know what I clicked here. I clicked Chilling Water. Okay, that's interesting. So do that instead. What was he cooking? But I guess it does make sense to go for the attacking move right there, because Ogerpon-Cornerstone is going to be doing a load of damage to top specs you already saw, and if I haze, then I'm just doing nothing. Chilling Water allows me to lower their attack stat and then, break it sturdy. So I'll stand by that play. I don't think I played around this like that well. As they SD again, that would have been a perfect chance to haze there. But yeah, Chilling Water again. Now they're back down to +2. Get a little bit of chip health back with the Black Sludge, and we're back in this predicament again. If they click Trailblaze, it's pretty much over because I don't really have a thing to do. I think the only thing that I really could do is go Araquanid to Quick Endure and then Custat Berry with Liquidation to pick up the KO, but I'm not even sure that I'd do enough at this range. And they SD another time. So they're back up to +4, but then I use Haze to eliminate all their stat changes. So yeah, they definitely greeted a bit there, especially if they had Trailblaze. If they had Trailblaze, they could have just won right then and there, because Ogerpon hits very hard. But they're going back to Quick and Swords Dance again. And here I just clicked Toxic because I didn't really want to play around too much. I probably should have clicked Haze and tried to force them to take the knockout or something. And yeah. So gradually chipping down the Ogerpon a bit. We'll see what happens. I think yeah, quick Haze again. They cudgel this time, getting their +2 boost, and we unfortunately lose Toxpex. So yeah. This little like Ogerpon-Cornerstone interaction really opened my eyes to how useless Toxpex is sometimes with Haze, because if it's going to be hazing a boost away, it's going to be getting 2-hit KO'd. So yeah, it can only really delay the inevitable. So yeah. So here I decided to just go into Volcanion because it was in range. I didn't really want to risk anything else, and Scarf Volcanion can revenge kill this pretty easily. And like I said at the beginning, the objective of this game is just to stat pad for Volcanion, since that's the only thing we really have to play for. So Volcanion picks up the kill here with Steam Eruption, and we're looking alright. So I forget what they go into. They've pretty much lost their main threat of dealing with things. I think they go into Tyranitar to get Sand up, which Sand's a bit problematic for Volcanion because in Sand, Rock types get a special defense boost. I think it's like the equivalent of like a +1 boost. So that's a bit of bad news for Volcanion there. So here I think I'd swap into Swampert. I think I swap into this and then get Stealth Rock up as they switch out. So yeah, that's how I would play this thing. Gotta love my alarm going off in the middle of this recording. I don't know if that picked up on camera, but I don't really care. So I think I clicked rocks. We'll see. I can't really be bothered to go back, as they get their own stealth rock up. So yeah. Yep, I get rocks up. So that's pretty solid for me. Get rocks up means I can get pretty sizable chip on the monitor and put it into like Volcanion range. And I can break focus sashes on things like Rock. So it's pretty good. As they go monitor here. Monitor is a bit dangerous because it can use Shell Smash. I do a quick flip turn and that brings it down already below half. So it's very, very useless right now. Undoubtedly that item is White Herb, so yeah. I think I just go Volcanion here, and then I quick Scald because I didn't want to risk a miss. Because I couldn't really afford to let Monier quick Shell Smash if they managed to hit the 5% chance for Steam Eruption to miss. And besides, Scald went pretty free anyways. It's just Steam Eruption, but weaker and doesn't miss. So anything that'll want to come in has to risk the burn chance. Which they do switch out and they go Tyranitar, so fire Scald off, and it doesn't really do a lot of damage, and I miss out on the Scald Burn too, which is not ideal. So I'm going to have to switch out Volcanion again. If I quit Steam Eruption, then I could have 2-hit KO'd this. So, yeah. I go back out into Swampert because that's my main play for this thing. And I figure I can just keep flip turning and keep getting momentum. Oh no, we're going to Quaquaval as a double. So they go back out into Monier. And Monier barely lives. I think that's probably at 1 HP. Here I should have clicked Rapid Spin to remove hazards. This was a mistake. As they click Light Screen. So I should have clicked Rapid Spin here just to remove hazards. I mean, it's not like anything is going to be wanting to come in on this. So Rapid Spin to remove hazards would have been the right play because, like I said, I want to get Volcanion in, and yeah. This game gets very, very messy very, very quickly. So they go into Lycanroc here, and I can't remember what I do. I definitely did not stay in. I think I went out into Swampert. So this is where you have to understand how I was playing this game. I was playing this game to win with Volcanion. Also, actually, no, that was kind of smart because this thing has Sand Rush for its ability, and it would have outsped and KO'd. So that was kind of smart, actually. I think they clicked Sword Stance here, though. No, they play rough again. Showcasing that they're probably like Choice Band or something. Do a lot of damage to it. And what do I go into? I think I go Ogerpon here to quick Trailblaze. At least that's what I should do. I don't know if I want to Araquanid here or not. My Araquanid play later is very dumb, and I love it. So here I just think I click Trailblaze to pick this thing off and then do a bit of damage. So they'll switch, preserving this for later. Oh, I know what happens now. I know what happens now. So they go back into Tyranitar to get Sand back up, which is fair enough. Trailblaze, KOing Tyranitar, and pretty much ending any hope of Volcanion getting the kill leader position for this season of NBBL Monotype. So, yeah. And now I think they go into Diancie. They go into Diancie here, and yeah, things get really messy really quickly. All right. They did take a bit to decide the move. So, gonna have to find something to fill this dead air with. So, yeah, they go into Lycanroc, oddly enough. Next. So here, I think I quit. What do I click? Cudgel, Hornleech, Trailblaze, Sword Stance. Quick Hornleech just to get chip health back, I guess. Stone Edge barely doesn't kill me because I'm a defensive Ogerpon Wellspring. If I was any other spread, that would have actually KO'd. So Ogerpon picks up the Wagon Rock as well. And here I think they go Diancie. So here's the Diancie. And I just think that I am safe to click whatever move I want. I think Ogerpon Wellspring can win this, but this thing is about to get messy and quick. So I click Hornleech. Ivy Cudgel definitely would have KO'd, more than likely, but I wanted health back. And they proc Weakness Policy. And I think they quit Trick Room this turn. So instead of us, queening the endgame with Ogerpon Wellspring, now we're at risk of losing the endgame to Diancie. So fortunately, I'm up 5-2, so I have plenty of sacks to get back in this game and just fend off the attack to where Quaquaval can win the last two. So, yeah. Here I just decided to sack Ogerpon, and yeah, I think next I go into Araquanid. Yep. Alright. So, behold my infinite genius late at night. So, it's late at night. I'm not thinking straight. I don't see the sand. So I quick Endure. Because Endure Custatberry can beat this thing. They Moonblast me down to 14 health. And then Sandstorm KOs. So, that was not good. Their light screen wears off, which it didn't really make a difference because, yeah. So, here I pretty much just need to play to sack off the last few members of my team so Quaquaval can come in, quick Aqua Step once, and then like CC the next turn to seal the game. So here I decide to sack Swampert. I don't know why I'm taking forever on this. I think I'm just laughing at the dumb play I just made. So we have, I think we click like flip turn here. So yeah, Diancie should just be able to pick this thing off the Moonblast. The Weakness Policy Trick Room Diancie is such a good brand of this team. So yeah, it made the game really, really close, but I unfortunately had enough Pokemon to where that this thing didn't really make too much of a difference. So we go Volcanion to stall off the last turn of Trick Room, which I didn't really take joy in. I could have won this with either Quaquaval or Volcanion, but Quaquaval is a bit more secure since it didn't have a move that could miss. And yeah. So I quit Steamer up here as they should just pick this thing off with like Power Gem or Diamond Storm. No, they have Earth Power instead, so Volcanion goes down, and Trick Room ends that turn, leaving me with only one Pokemon to take out the final two. And Quaquaval should be able to send us off to playoff in the third seed. So go into Quaquaval and should just click Aqua Step here. So yeah. The only way for them to like really win is just set up. Well, actually no, they shouldn't set up another Trick Room. They should just like Moonblast. But yeah, Quaquaval gets the speed boost. Granted, I don't think I really needed it for the Rhyperior, but can never go wrong with the speed boost. So get the Moxie proc as well, and all that's left is their Rhyperior. I think I do a little bit of calcing just to see what kills, and I think I just click CC. So yeah, I might click Aqua Step though. No, yeah, I click Aqua Step because it doesn't lower my defense, and I couldn't risk that if they were like a berry. So yeah, will you click Aqua Step twice, win the game 1-0, which differential doesn't really matter in this league since it's like based off of a scoring system, and yeah. That will be all for week number 8 of NBBL Monotype. So we end the season at 6-2, only having losses to Mono Electric, which is expected, and Mono Psychic, which is also expected because they had a Glade that could hit everything. So yeah, next week we're going to be taking on our good friend Nova Blader and their Monotype flying team for quarterfinals of NBBL Monotype. So, see y'all then. Peace.